Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third webinar of the webinar series, Small Business Digital Coaching and Main Street Program for Wyoming. We are very excited that you are here joining us for this session today. And I will pass it over to our presenters, Teresa Hager and Joshua Miller.
All right, thank you, Gustavo. Just so you guys know, we're going to shut our cameras off so that you can see the full screen when we present. But we do have, Gustavo, I think it's the Q&A that's open for them if they've got questions that they can ask in.
The Q&A is active for individuals that would like to ask a question, and if you just want to share information or something of note when the presentation is going, that chat is also available if it's more of like a comment instead of a question.
All right, thank you. I am Teresa, and I'm going to begin the presentation today. And we are excited that you're here. And Gustavo, thank you for having us. And welcome back to all of the returning participants from the previous webinars. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we're delighted to have you here today as we explore a topic that we truly believe can transform your small business, which is artificial intelligence. Our aim today isn't to turn you into a technology expert. We understand that you're busy managing your businesses. So instead, we want to clarify the concept of AI and demonstrate how it can serve you or serve as your secret weapon for driving significant business growth and enhancing efficiency. Now, Joshua and I have witnessed firsthand how even minor applications of AI can greatly impact businesses like yours. And we're eager to share those insights with you today. So let's begin by establishing a clear understanding of what we mean when we refer to AI. So here's the agenda for today. We're going to start with the basics, what AI is, and perhaps more importantly, what it isn't. And then we'll dive into practical applications for your small businesses and explore some incredible tools that you can begin using immediately. We're going to learn the art of prompting to get the best results. And finally, we'll look at how AI is already integrated into some of the softwares that you're likely using today. And then as a bonus, after we're done with the recorded portion of the webinar today, Josh is going to conduct a live demonstration. So stay tuned for that. We're going to show you how to better perfect your prompts with AI. So AI, you hear a lot about it these days, right? And it can sound really complex, maybe even a bit intimidating. But really, it's about teaching computers to think and learn like humans so that they can handle tasks that typically require our brain or our brain power. You know, think of it as giving computers the ability to figure things out and solve problems, which can be super beneficial for us running our own businesses. So I want you to think of an application you're probably using today, and that would be your phone's voice assistant, either Siri or Google. You ask it a question or you tell it to do something, and it understands and it does it. That's AI in action, making things a bit easier for you. I know some people hear artificial intelligence, and you might picture those sci-fi movies with robots taking over, but that's not what we're focusing on here. What we're really talking about are the practical tools that utilize AI to streamline your business operations and to increase your efficiency. So now that you have a basic understanding of what AI is, let's clarify some common misconceptions about what AI isn't. So, okay, now that we've got a handle on what AI is, let's bust some of those myths about what it's not. First things first. AI is not a replacement for you. You know, your unique experience, your understanding of your customers, your passion, that's all you. AI is a super helpful tool serving as a smart assistant that makes your day easier. And second, it's not perfect. Like any tool, and yes, like us, it can mess up. So AI actually learns from data. And if the data isn't perfect, the results won't be either. So you've heard the old adage, garbage in, garbage out. That applies to AI also. So don't just blindly trust everything AI spits out. You know, always use your gut and double check the information. And then third, And this is really important to remember, AI is not magic. It's not some mystical force that knows things. AI operates based on information you feed it or the data that it can access. It identifies patterns, it learns from them, and then it makes predictions or automate tasks based on that learning. So it's really all about the data behind it. And finally, let's put those sci-fi fears to rest. AI is not sentient. It does not have feelings. It does not have consciousness, and it's not plotting world domination. It is a sophisticated software, and it's designed to do specific tasks. It's a powerful tool, but that's it. It's just a tool. So think of it as the tireless assistant who never complains, even if you ask it to rewrite the same thing 10 times. That's pretty cool, huh? So if it's not taking over the world, why should you, a busy business owner, even bother with AI? Simply put, it's about gaining a genuine edge. I want you to think of it this way. Imagine reclaiming hours each week by automating those annoying, repetitive tasks, such as scheduling, basic email correspondence, data organization, or even generating those initial content drafts. That's time that you can reinvest in actually growing your business. Or let's be honest, maybe taking off some much needed time. What if you could get more done without feeling like you're constantly running on empty? I'm sure many of you can relate to that. Because AI can boost your productivity by helping you work smarter, not harder, freeing you up to focus on the high-level tasks that truly require your expertise and creativity. And additionally, running a small business often means being mindful of every penny. AI can help reduce costs by enabling you to handle tasks in-house, some of those basic computer support or initial data analysis that you need to do instead of outsourcing it. And have you ever wished you had some quick insight for making decisions? AI can help identify trends in your data more quickly. And for your customers, AI can help you respond more quickly and personalize the experience, leading to happier clients and increased business. The bottom line, AI is really about working smarter, not harder. So let's take a closer look at what it looks like on a daily basis. We're going to explore some real-world examples. So think about content. AI can help you brainstorm blog ideas, whip up a social media draft, or even polish your emails, freeing up your brain power. And then for marketing and sales, it can actually help you write ads, personalize emails, and even handle basic customer questions through chatbots and keeping those leads warm while you sleep. And for those tedious administration tasks, AI can help you with scheduling, data entry, organizing files. Again, giving you back those precious hours that you need as business owners. And does customer support get overwhelming? Many of you have probably experienced this, but chatbots can handle those common questions 24/7. This can lead to happier customers and less stress for you. And are you feeling lost in your business data? AI can quickly pull out key trends and insights. It's like having a mini data analyst at your fingertips, helping you make smarter choices based on facts and not just gut feeling. And the beauty of it is that it isn't some future fantasy. Businesses are using this technology now, and you're saving time and they're growing. So now let's look at some specific types of tools that can be helpful for you. So you're probably thinking, okay, this AI stuff sounds interesting, but where do I begin? Think of these platforms as your new digital power tools, accessible, often surprisingly affordable, and ready to help you tackle various aspects of your business more efficiently. We're going to walk through some of the most powerful and accessible AI tools, categorized by what they do best. Now, this isn't an exhaustive list, but it's a fantastic starting point for small businesses to see what's available and how to begin incorporating AI. We're going to touch on tools for text, visuals, video, and general productivity. So let's begin with perhaps the most accessible and popular AI category, which is text and writing. If you spend any significant time writing for your business, and let's be honest, who doesn't, then AI for text and writing will be a game changer. Think of it as always having an available brainstorming partner. It can help you break through writer's block, draft all sorts of content, and even make your writing sound better. And it can summarize those long documents that you don't have time for. Platforms like Chat, GPT, and Gemini are conversational AI tools, while tools like copy.ai are more specialized for creating market copy. So let's take a closer look at two of the biggest players in the conversational AI space, which is Chat, GPT, and Gemini. Most of you have probably heard of Chat GPT, and it was developed by OpenAI and is arguably the most well-known AI tool currently available. It's what we call a generative AI, meaning that it can produce new content based on what you ask of it. Think of it as a super smart assistant who can literally chat with you. You can ask it to quickly draft an email, write engaging social media updates to promote your latest offer, brainstorm a blog post for titles that grab attention, or even summarize customer feedback to identify key trends. Now, there's a great free version to get you started, and the paid one gives you even more power and faster access to the latest models. So now let's take a look at its main competitor, Gemini. Google Gemini is another major player in the conversational AI world. What's cool, especially if you're a Google user, is how it's plugged into their ecosystem. While the full integration with Docs and email is still evolving, imagine being able to draft emails directly in Gmail with AI assistants or create a website content within Google Docs. Plus, Gemini is great for research. It has access to the entire internet, and it can pull information from across the internet to help you with your business decisions and content. And like Chat GPT, it's a versatile tool for writing, brainstorming new ideas, and getting creative. They have a free option and a more powerful paid advanced version. And Josh will be doing a live demonstration in Gemini later in the webinar. And beyond these general writing helpers, there's also more specialized tools. And one of them is copy.ai. While ChatGPT and Gemini are more general conversational AI tools, copy.ai has a specific mission, and it's to help you craft compelling marketing and sales copies that eventually convert. Think of it as your dedicated AI marketing wordsmith. And what's really powerful about copy.ai is its extensive library of templates. Whether you need a catchy headline for your ads, engaging social media post, persuasive website copy, or effective sales emails, copy.ai offers pre-built frameworks designed to help you get started quickly. And the focus here is on creating content that grabs attention, drives engagement, and ultimately leads to sales. So Copy AI, like others, offers a free plan that provides a great way to test the platform's capabilities. And they also offer a paid plan with more advanced features. So now that we've covered the words, let's talk about making your business look good with AI-powered visuals. So let's face it, in today's digital world, compelling visuals are absolutely essential for grabbing attention and building your brand. If you're not a design expert or you have a limited budget, AI is revolutionizing the industry. You can now create unique images just by describing what you want. And that's what we call text-to-image magic. And additionally, quick photo edits, such as removing backgrounds or enhancing image quality, are now extremely easy. And for your daily marketing task, AI is built into tools to help you create professional looking social media posts and flyers without spending hours in complicated software. This really levels the playing field for small businesses. And platforms like Canva AI and Adobe Firefly are making this happen. So let's start with Canva, and that's a tool that has really embraced AI. So for many of you, Canva is already a familiar and indispensable tool for creating your marketing materials, social media graphics, and presentations. Canva has taken things to a whole new level by seamlessly integrating some incredible, powerful AI features right into the platform. Magic Write is like having an AI copywriter built into your design, helping you with your text for social media posts or generating a draft for a flyer. Magic Media is where text truly comes to life visually. It turns your text ideas into actual images and even short videos. So imagine describing that perfect sourdough loaf for your bakery's Instagram and having Canva create it for you. This really allows you to create highly specific and visually appealing content without needing professional photography skills or equipment. And Magic Edit makes photo editing incredibly simple. Want to remove an unwanted object from your product photo? Magic Edit uses AI to intelligently understand your request and make those edits with just a few clicks. And the background remover is now even smarter. The great thing is that Canva makes these tools easy to use, whether you're on the free plan or the Canva Pro plan. It's all about creating better visuals faster without needing a design degree. So now if you're an Adobe user or even want more advanced image smarts, Adobe Firefly is another powerful option for you. And Adobe Firefly is Adobe's set of generative AI tools for creative work. It's excellent for generating unique images from text using text to image. And its generative fill feature is incredibly useful for tasks like seamlessly expanding images or removing unwanted objects from photos. What's truly powerful is that those AI features are being integrated directly into Adobe Creative Cloud apps, such as Photoshop, and making them a natural extension to those already useful tools that you may be using. Now, Adobe has a free beta version, which is also included in the Adobe Creative Cloud subscriptions. So now that we've discussed how AI can help you create compelling written or visual content to capture attention, let's discuss another crucial area for audience engagement, which is video and audio, and explore how AI has revolutionized these medias for small businesses. So video and audio content are powerful for engaging your audience, but they can be very time-consuming to create. And the good news is that AI is making it dramatically easier to create high-quality videos and audio content, making it more accessible to small business owners. Imagine having AI generate your video script, create a realistic voiceover, or even edit your video simply by editing the transcript of what you said. Imagine removing awkward pauses or timing sections just by detecting words from the text, or by deleting words from the text. You can also quickly turn a long webinar into dozens of short social media clips, perfect for social media without hours of annual editing. Some tools even allow you to create realistic AI avatars that can present information or engage with your audience. These tools are truly leveling the playing field, allowing small businesses to create professional-grade multimedia content without needing extensive technical skills or a large budget. So today we're going to focus on Descript, but I also want to highlight some other excellent platforms. Synthesis offers impressive AI avatars and voice generation, while Opus Clip is great at converting long-form content into engaging short clips. Both are fantastic options to consider, and I would highly recommend that you research both of those after the webinar. So let's take a closer look at Descript. Now, Descript is a game changer. It transcribes your audio and video, allowing you to edit your content just as you would in a Google Doc or Word, which is really cool. If you want to remove a sentence, you delete it from the transcript and the video cuts it out. It's brilliant for removing filler words, generating realistic voiceovers, and quickly adding captions. So for anyone that's producing podcasts, webinars, or video content, Descript is a massive time saver. Now, there is a free version to try, and there's also a paid plan that offers additional features. Now, beyond the content creation, AI is also fantastic for assisting and boosting your general productivity by handling administrative tasks. So let's take a look at those. AI isn't just about the flashy stuff. It's also a fantastic virtual assistant for those everyday admin tasks that end up eating your time. Think about scheduling meetings without the endless back and forth emails, because AI can handle that. Imagine quickly getting the key points from a long document or meeting notes. Even managing your inbox can be easier with AI, helping you draft replies or sort what's important. It's like having a smart, tireless assistant in the background, freeing you up to focus on the things that drive your business forward. So let's explore how tools like Calendly and Google Workspace utilize AI to simplify your life. So Calendly is already great for scheduling, but its AI features make it even smarter. It now suggests the best meeting times for everyone, reducing the need for endless back and forth emails. Plus, some of the AI features can even summarize past meetings for quick recall. This is a huge time saver for anyone who schedules a lot of calls, which frees up your time for those more important tasks and the work that you need to do for your business. Calendly offers both free and paid options, making this smart scheduling accessible for most businesses. And speaking of everyday tools, Google Workspace is also integrating AI to boost your productivity. Google Workspace, that's your Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Slides, is getting smarter with built-in AI. In Gmail and Docs, the feature that is Help Me Write can help you quickly draft content. In Sheets, it'll help you analyze the data and suggest formulas that you might want to be using. Even Slides can help you outline your presentations. The great thing is that it's all integrated right where you already work. Even though you can enjoy some basic AI features for free, unlocking more advanced capabilities often comes with a Google Workspace subscription. And this investment can really boost your productivities, especially if you're a small business owner. So far, we've seen some amazing AI tools across various areas, but now the real magic happens when you know how to talk to these tools to get the best results. So at this point, I'm going to hand it over to Joshua, who's going to show you the keys to unlocking AI's full potential, which is the art of crafting effective prompts.
Thanks, Teresa. Thanks for that deep dive into some of the more popular AI platforms that businesses can leverage. So now that we understand the tools, I'm going to walk you through crafting those effective prompts, implementing best practices for your AI interactions, and taking actionable steps to integrate these insights. So we've explored some incredible tools, and your mind might be kind of buzzing with some possibilities. How can I incorporate AI into my day-to-day? But here's where we truly unlock the power of AI for your business. It's the prompt. This is your direct line of communication with AI. So think of AI as an incredible, intelligent, and efficient, eager assistant, right? It's ready to execute any task that you give it, but it needs that clear direction. If you simply say, do something useful, you'll get a generic, often unhelpful response because it doesn't know your specific needs or your goals. However, if you give that assistant a precise, structured instructions, just like you would a top-tier human employee, it can produce truly remarkable tailored results. And your prompt is that instruction set. It's how you convey your vision, those specific requirements, and the context of your business to AI. And it's not just about typing a question. It's about directing AI's capabilities towards your desired outcome. Your business knowledge, your understanding of your customers, and your creative ideas are the crucial elements that transform generic AI output into something truly valuable and impactful for your small business. So mastering this skill empowers you to get maximum completion and exceptional results from these powerful tools. So what exactly does it take to give this highly skilled assistant the best possible instructions? Well, let's take a look and break down the core components of an effective prompt. So think of these 5 elements as essential ingredients into your instructions to AI. When you include them, you dramatically increase your chances of getting exactly what you need. So first, start with a clear goal. What is the main objective? Are you trying to draft an email, brainstorm ideas, write a social media post, or maybe summarize a document? You want to be direct. For example, instead of just saying, write something, say, write a social media caption or draft a thank you email. This immediately tells AI its mission. So next, we want to provide the context. And this is the background information that AI needs to understand your unique situation. So what's your business? What's the topic? What is the specific scenario? If you're asking for a social media post, tell about the product, service, or event that you want to highlight. If it's an email, explain who it's going to and why. Remember, AI doesn't know your business, so you need to fill in the blanks. Third, define the audience. So who are you trying to reach with this content? Is it existing customers or potential new clients? Other small business owners, or maybe a very specific demographic like busy parents? So knowing your audience helps AI tailor the language, tone, and even the complexity of the information to achieve the maximum impact. Fourth, specify the format. So how do you want the output to be delivered? Do you need a bulleted list or a paragraph? Maybe a table or a poem? Maybe we're just talking about a specific headline or subheadline. Being specific here saves you editing time later on. So if you want 5 ideas, give me 5 ideas. If you want a 100-word summary, summarize in 100 words or less. And then last, include keywords and specific details. This is where you really want to fine-tune the output. So mention key phrases, brand names, unique selling propositions, or desired emotions. Do you want a friendly or engaging tone? Maybe a professional and very concise tone. Do you have a specific call to action that you want included? The more relevant your keywords and unique details you provide, the more personalized and effective the AI's response is going to be. So by hitting these 5 points in your prompt, you're giving your AI assistant all the necessary information to deliver maximum completion and truly helping your small business thrive. So let's put these practices into play and kind of talk about the well-crafted prompt versus a vague one. Now, we'll start with social media here. So when we're looking at social media, take a look at these 2 prompts on the screen. The weak prompt is 10 words. Write a social media post for my business today. What do you think AI is going to be able to produce from that? likely something incredibly generic. It won't know your business, your product, the voice. It won't know who you're trying to reach. It's like telling your assistant to do some work. They're going to just stare at you, right? The output from this prompt would be so broad, you'll end up spending more time editing it than you would have just if you had just written it yourself. And that defeats the purpose of using AI to save time. So now let's take a look at the strong prompt we've applied. Okay, so we have a clear goal. Craft a punchy 2-sentence Facebook post. We have the context. It's announcing our new virtual workshop. Boost your online sales in 5 days. So now we're telling AI what we should be posting about. We have the audience. We're targeting small business owners who are struggling with e-commerce conversations. So this ensures that the language resonates with the right audience. We have the format and details. We specified a 2-sentence in length. We know where to register. Plus, we've guided the AI on the desired tone, enthusiastic and empowering. So clearly we can see the difference between these two. With the strong prompt, you're giving your AI assistant a complete blueprint of what you're looking for. Now it has all the necessary information to craft a post that is not only relevant, but it's highly effective for your specific offering to the desired customers. So this is going to save you significant time. So that's the power of a detailed and clear direction. So the same principles apply when drafting an email, which can often be a major drain on the time of small business owners from day to day. So here's another great example for drafting an email. The weak prompt is just a non-starter. It gives AI nothing to work with, leading to a generic, unusable draft. You'll have spent precious time filling in all the blanks to actually get that email to be ready to send. However, with the strong prompt, you notice how we've gained, again, how we've provided AI with all the essential details. We've told it who the email is for, what the message needs to be, and that the recipient should take, and even the desired tone. This level of detail allows AI to generate an email that's going to be nearly ready to send, saving you valuable time and ensuring consistency in your client communications. And for our last example, let's take a look at how AI can be when brainstorming content ideas. So the weak prompt here is extremely broad. Marketing is vast, and you'd get generic suggestions that don't fit your specific business or audience. It's like asking for food ideas without mentioning who's eating or what kind of meal you're hoping for. In contrast, our strong prompt provides precise guardrails. It narrows the focus to digital marketing strategies for local service businesses. It specifies the busy small business owners audience. It asks for actionable ideas like addressing the common pain points. So this ensures that AI provides highly relevant, valuable ideas that you can actually use to create impactful content for your audience. So beyond just being specific, there are some other key practices that will truly elevate your prompting game. So let's take a look at some of those. Okay, so when thinking, when you think of working with AI as a dynamic conversation, it's a collaboration with your AI, with you and AI. So here's some of the best practices to truly master the art of the prompt. First, refine. This is probably the most powerful tip. Don't expect perfection on the first try. AI gives you an output and then you provide feedback. It's close, but not quite until you get it right. Tell it that. Go back and forth. Say, make this more formal or shorten it by 2 sentences. Focus more on the benefit to the customer. Refining your prompt based on AI's response is where the magic truly happens and will get you closer to your ideal outcome. Second, be patient. Sometimes, especially with more complex requests, it might take a few tries, a few adjustments to your prompt to get exactly what you're looking for. Remember, it's a learning process for both you and AI as it learns your preferred style and needs. So don't get discouraged if the first result is not perfect. Third, provide examples. This is incredibly effective. If you want AI to write in a specific brand voice or follow a particular structure, show it. You can literally paste an example of a sentence or a paragraph and say, write in this tone or follow this paragraph structure. This gives AI a concrete reference point to start. Fourth, set the constraints. Be clear about what you don't want or specific limits. Max 100 words. Avoid technical jargon. Do not use statistics. Use bullet points only. These constraints help AI stay within your desired boundaries and prevent it from getting off topic. And finally, and this is crucial for continued improvement, is test and learn. The more you try these AI tools, the more you'll discover what works for you and for your specific needs in industry. Experiment with different phrasing, try various approaches, and pay attention to what kind of prompts yield the best and most useful results for you. It's a skill like any other, and it will improve with practice. So the more you experiment, the more intuitive prompt it will become. All right, so let's kind of touch base on some of the pitfalls here. Some things we want to avoid when you're giving instructions to your AI assistant. Okay, just as there's best practices for effective prompting, there are also common pitfalls that can lead to frustrating and generic or unhelpful results. So avoiding these will help save you time and maximize the efficiency. First, that vagueness. We talked about that with those examples. This is perhaps the biggest mistake. Prompt like do something useful or write me something good gives absolutely no direction. It has no context, goal, or idea what useful or good means to you. You'll get gibberish at best. So be specific, as we've already discussed. Second, too many requests in one prompt. While you do want to be detailed, don't try to cram 5 different unrelated tasks into a simple prompt. For example, don't ask it to write a social media post, summarize my last meeting, and brainstorm product names. Break these down into separate focused prompts into different chats. AI will handle each task more effectively, and you'll get more clear results. Third, assuming the knowledge. Remember, AI doesn't know your business or your specific customer base. It pulls from a vast database, but it doesn't have your unique operational details. So always provide the necessary context. Don't assume it knows your company's internal jargon or the specific challenges of your local market unless you tell it. Fourth, leading questions. Be mindful when you're building on a prompt. You don't want to lead it with your own bias into it. Why is product X clearly the superior? AI might simply confirm your bias rather than providing a balanced perspective or creating an alternative. So try to phrase a question neutral to get more an objective and varied response. And then finally, expecting that human nuance. While AI is incredibly advanced, it is still a machine. It doesn't have empathy. It doesn't have the emotional intelligence or the true understanding of sarcasm or complex social cues. If you need a deeply empathetic response or highly subtle humor, you'll need to apply that human touch. AI can draft, but you'll have to add the soul. So by avoiding these pitfalls, you're going to ensure that your interactions with AI are much more productive. They're less frustrating. So now we've spent a good time talking about, looking how powerful the standalone AI platforms are, like with ChatGPT and Gemini and what Teresa talked about. And for many of you, when you hear AI, those are often the tools that immediately come to mind. And it's true, they are incredibly powerful tools. But I often hear small business owners express a bit of apprehension or even fear when they think about jumping into AI, especially with those open platforms that we talked about, again, ChatGPT and Gemini. They feel it's too technical or too complex, or they simply don't have the time to learn a whole new set of tools from scratch. But here's the crucial point that many small business owners are just starting to realize and benefit from. AI is no longer about just those standalone platforms. It's rapidly and often subtly becoming integrated into software and applications that you're already using every single day. So think about it. You're likely already using AI and benefiting from it without even consciously realizing it. For example, with those new magic editing features in Canva Pro or the incredible Janitor Fill in Adobe Photoshop, those are forms of AI. The smart replies in your email, the enhanced ad targeting on social media, they're all quietly embedding AI features to make your life easier and your existing workflows more efficient. Your voice assistants like Siri or Google Assistant are powerful examples of AI. quickly updating your calendar, setting reminders, or even sending your text, all with a simple voice command. So rather than being, some distant, intimidating technology that you have to go out of your way to learn, AI is quickly becoming a built-in, almost invisible enhancement that's making your existing tools smarter, more powerful, and more effective. This means that you might already be leveraging AI. You just need to recognize and maximize its potential within the tools that you're already comfortable with. So let's take a look at some examples of where you might already be seeing AI quietly make a difference in the software that you rely on daily. So we already touched on these briefly, but it's crucial to kind of emphasize just how deeply AI is woven into the design tools many of you are already using. So we're not talking about separate AI apps here. These are powerful features built directly into those familiar platforms. For Canva Pro, features like the Magic Design can instantly create presentations on social media, posts based on your content ideas. Magic Write can draft the accompanying captions. Text to image, video lets you generate unique visuals from a simple description. And we're going to take a look at some of this later on. For Adobe Creative Suite users, AI is transforming what's possible. With the generative fill and generative expand allowing you to magically add or extend elements into images, even change the aspect ratio of the photo without cropping it, which is fantastic for social media because they're constantly changing the ratio size and what's required for the different feeds. So these are just a few popular examples, but the key takeaway here is that these tools are making complex tasks much simpler and faster for every small business owner. And it's not just design. Your everyday communications is getting smarter too. So think about the communication tools like your email and messaging apps. They're constantly getting smarter thanks to the integrated AI. When we think about Gmail and Outlook, you've likely seen the smart reply, suggest a quick response, a smart compose, predicting what you're about to start typing, saving you countless keystrokes. These features can also help you summarize long email threads, making it much faster to catch up on the important conversations. Even in your team communications like Slack and Teams, AI is lending a hand. It can summarize a lengthy meeting transcript, pull out the key discussion points, or even suggest action items, making post-meeting follow-up a breeze. For customer service platforms, integrated chatbots that can use AI to answer common questions instantly. This isn't just convenience, it's boosting your communication efficiency dramatically and giving you back the precious time that you can reinvest into your core business. And those that are focused with their online presence and marketing, AI is already making a significant difference in how you connect with your audience. So if you're investing any time online with online marketing or managing your digital footprint, AI is already making that impact there. For instance, with Meta's platform like Facebook and Instagram, AI is fundamental in how your ads are performing. It powers a sophisticated ad targeting, ensuring that your promotions reach the most relevant potential customers based on their interest and behaviors. It's no longer just the broad demographics that you're narrowing it down between. It also helps with content recommendations, showing your audience more of what they like, and they can even offer creative assistance for your ad copy or visual suggestions. On the Google side, your Google business profile is getting smarter with AI. AI can save you time and ensure that you maintain a professional, consistent voice. It can help with things like your descriptions, SEO keyword research, reviews, replies. Again, AI is already built into the things that we are doing on a daily basis. Okay, and at the end of the day, this is helping, when we're talking about the digital presence, this helps you get found by the right people at the right time without needing to be an expert yourself. So the bottom line is that AI is streamlining how you reach your audience, those personalized experiences, and ultimately driving growth through your online presence. So the trend is clear. AI is becoming invisible yet powerful. It's partnering in almost every software solution that you use. So the biggest benefit of integrated AI is where it's built right into those existing tools and it creates a truly seamless workflow. You no longer have to jump between different standalone AI tools because that intelligence is right where you're already working, whether it's your email, your design software, or your social media manager. It's drastically cutting down on context switching and manual copy and pasting. And this seamless integration directly translates to a massive time savings. So you can automate tedious, repetitive tasks directly within these applications that you're already familiar with, freeing up valuable hours to focus on the strategic growth activities, your client relationships, or simply just enjoying some of that free time that you've probably had so little of. It also leads to increased accuracy. AI handles repetitive tasks with fewer errors than manual human input, like ensuring consistent product descriptions or perfectly timed social media posts. Plus, you gain the enhanced capabilities, accessing advanced features that might have previously been too complex or expensive to implement. So ultimately, these powerful tools, once only available to the large enterprises, with dedicated tech teams, are now accessible and easy for everyone to implement with their small business. It's like gaining a new, incredibly efficient assistant. We've talked about that a lot today. It truly is an unpaid assistant for you. So now let's talk about the practical side of this before we kind of jump into the demo here. Quickly, we want to address the free versus paid. You'll notice that many of these powerful tools that we've discussed, both standalone and integrated, offer a free tier and a paid subscription. The free tiers are fantastic for dipping your toes in, experimenting, and understanding the basics of what AI can do for your business. I highly recommend starting here. However, as you do start to rely more on AI, you'll often find that paid versions unlock significant additional value. These often usually include more robust features, advanced editing tools, and specialized content generation. You'll also typically get much higher usage limits, meaning that you can generate more content, process more images, and run more analysis. So these paid tiers usually offer, and they also offer faster processing speeds as well. So the big thing here is, what you want to factor in is ask yourself, will the paid version save me enough hours of work and generate enough new leads to help produce enough high quality content that easily justifies the monthly or the annual cost? Okay. For many small businesses, when you factor in the time saved and enhanced output, the answer is going to be a resounding yes. It's about a smart investment in the efficiency and growth. So now that we've covered the tools and how to use them, let's recap real quick and some of the big takeaways from today. Okay, so we've covered a lot of groundwork, and I'm hoping that you're feeling a little bit more excited rather than overwhelmed about the possibilities of AI. But before we move into some real life examples, let's just summarize everything down into the key takeaways. First and foremost, AI is an assistant, not a replacement. Start small. Prompting is everything. Okay. Prompting is everything. Your prompting is key there. Embrace the integrated AI. It's already there in software and features that you are using. So start to take advantage of it and play around and experiment. Find out what works and what saves you time. And then focus on the value. Okay. See if it is actually saving you time. See if it is saving you money. See if it's worth the the investment into the pro version of one of the software programs. So your call to action here. Again, it's easy to feel inspired in a webinar, but the real magic happens when you put it into practice. So my biggest advice for you today is to simply start experimenting. Don't try to implement everything at once. That's a recipe to overwhelm yourself. Instead, identify one pain point in your business. Think about that one repetitive task, that time-consuming chore that you dread doing every week or every day. Maybe it's drafting that social media post, responding to the common customer emails, brainstorming blog ideas. Just choose one area and choose a tool. You don't need to sign up for everything like we talked about all at once. Start with the free version of a platform that directly addresses that pain point. Maybe it's going to be ChatGPT or Gemini for writing, or Canva for some quick graphics. Pick one that feels accessible to you and then experiment. This is where learning truly happens. Get in there, play around with it, try the different prompts and the various features and see if it's working for you. Don't worry about breaking anything. You won't. The more you interact with these tools, the more intuitive they become. Think of it as a low stakes exploration. And remember, learning and adapting with AI is a skill that you build over time. It's not something that you master overnight. So every prompt you write, every output you refine, it's a step forward in harnessing that incredible technology for your business. And finally, perhaps most importantly, don't be afraid. AI is here to serve you. It is a tool, a co-pilot. It's that powerful assistant designed to make your life easier and your business more efficient. So embrace it as an opportunity, not as a threat. The business that embraces these tools now will be the ones that are thriving in the years to come. So we talked about the experimentation. Now we're going to kind of move into transition into a demo here.
Josh,
so yes.
Before you do that, we have a question. I want to answer.
Go ahead.
Sally asked, how do you access ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copy.ai? The way you access it is they are you go to their websites, basically. They're all online. You go to their website, and for most of them, you'll sign up for a free account. But that's how you would access them and get to them.
Yeah, a quick Google search for ChatGPT or Gemini, it's going to be the leading result. And same thing with Copy AI. Yeah, right. They're all going to be their own domain there.
So Josh, can I add one more comment before you go to the demo? I know that's what people are looking forward to right now. The prompts, we talked a lot about them, how important they are. And probably 3 years ago, maybe 4, I don't know, but there was not such a job as a prompt engineer. I just went out before we got on today to look at, I just Googled prompt engineering jobs, and there were 94 listings that came up. That's how important prompting is. Businesses are looking for their own prompt engineers, the bigger businesses. So the prompting is so key to using AI to your benefit, and especially as a small business owner, freeing up some time for you.
Absolutely. I do not doubt it at all. So, okay, so we're about to stop the recording and switch our screen to explore again how AI, specifically the free version of Gemini, and looking a little bit at Canva, can assist a small business. So if you, during this time, feel free, you can put in the questions or into the comments if there's anything you want to talk about while we're kind of navigating through this. And again, thanks for joining us today before we move here. So Gustavo, can you stop recording?